So what is up, guys? It's Alexa here. So today we're just gonna talk about kind of like not maybe the end of the quote unquote cut, but technically the end of my goal hitting of the cut. So I just hit my goal weight, which was 80 kilograms. I even went tiny bit under, but my goal was like 79 to 80 kilograms. So I've been cutting for about like a little bit over 2 months now, and really tracking everything and with food, pushing through all the hunger and not really doubt. I don't really doubt weight loss because it's like I've been doing it for such a long time. It's like obvious to me at this point what you need to do. So I've just been kind of focusing on tracking and dialing everything in. And just the number one thing you probably will struggle with always is just mindset and just keeping it, especially when you know you can cut the weight, you just need to push through the process. Like that's really what it's about. So I started to cut in about late March, like 21st of March or so. Um, my diet strategy at the time was kind of to go back to where I kind of did it the first time 2 years ago. So I kind of started out slower in the sense that like I started doing some cardio at like a 12% incline or so, maybe like 30 minutes, 12% incline a day. I started slowly adding steps and walking on top of that. Um, But otherwise, like that's pretty much it. I started pretty slow. Then I upped the cardio intensity because for me personally, like right now I'm doing to maintain the 78 to 80 kg range. I'm doing about like training intensity wise, I'm doing around 15% incline for 40 minutes. And that's just what my body needs personally to cut and maintain. Because if I do like 30 minutes, it's not enough, and I still have to add a walk on top of that. So like 8 to 10K steps in general, just walking. So that's definitely what I need for like pure energy expenditure on top of actually dieting properly and really dialing in the way I'm eating. Otherwise, mental challenges are definitely there for sure. Like I definitely feel the hunger right now, especially now that I'm at this point where I've been like I did so many fasts during this cut to reach my goal faster. It was definitely worth it. But there's definitely a lot of mental challenges with fasting, especially the one last fast I did, which was really draining at this body weight that I was already at. So yeah, definitely been a lot of energy drips and not really cravings, but like I just wanted to eat more food. That's basically it. Like I don't really have cravings as like a lot of people do or complain about. Personally, I just struggle with not being able to eat enough to like feel my training and like life and energy and being exhausted. Like lately I've been feeling really exhausted with my legs and like the cardio and everything, feeling pretty stiff. But that's kind of like at this point I'm not surprised. Like I'm basically like getting to the point where I'm like not like super shredded, but I'm like getting shredded. So it's just like my body's starting to fight back in a sense by exhaustion, and exhaustion at this point, especially after this long cut and fasting and everything, is pretty normal to feel like this. Um, I don't know if I really had any changes in mindset because I already did this before, like 2 years ago. I felt like my mindset has maybe changed on a little bit like on cardio, and I've gained new knowledge that I can apply to cuts in the future. But otherwise, I felt like my mindset hasn't really changed like a huge lot in terms of like anything other than the knowledge of needing what to do and perhaps being able to push further. But like I've already been kind of a person that pushes quite far in life, so I feel like this cut hasn't really uh like hugely developed my mindset. I do feel like I've pushed myself definitely on this cut, but I'm already quite used to pushing myself to my goals. Even that first cut to being shredded was very difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but yeah, it has definitely taught me a lot of things about life in general, like life goals and pushing through life goals, and definitely grown a lot emotionally and spiritually even during this cut. And I've definitely had to make a lot of sacrifices in a lot of areas. Maybe eating is not so much related to relationships, everything, but definitely like social eating and everything has to be cut out with like other people because you kind of have to just get to your goal. And once you're at the goal, it's way easier to maintain, and then you can maybe start bringing things back slowly. But either way, um, my goal is to maintain this slash maybe get a tiny bit leaner. We'll see. But right now I'm just maintaining around 78 to 80, and we'll see what happens. But here's some physique posing, looking pretty good in my opinion. Like I'm pretty satisfied, honestly, here. Like I can still eat a good amount of food while still feeling good, and I look like lean, like what is to me good lean. Like sure I can be leaner, but as a natural, you're gonna start pushing your limits of like feeling absolutely terrible when you start pushing too far into a cut, especially because I've been already cutting over 2 months. I remember that for last time I cut around 2.5 months, I started feeling exhausted AF, and around 3 months I felt like absolutely terrible hitting 78 kg. Like it's definitely doesn't hurt to kind of chill out, especially with all the fasting I've done. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the physique. Like yeah, you can always be leaner, but it's not always worth it to be like super lean. It can be fun for a while, but it can also be detrimental to your health as a natural. But thank you for watching. There's a will their way.